So we'll cast it for one. We don't have anything else we can do with it. So Phyrexia. Shebang. Goodbye. Get around the board. Goodbye threat in the air that we couldn't touch otherwise. Wow. Getting in some damage along the way. Ooh, a hottie pin. Ooh, should we take the hottie? We can take City. I've basically won like 5 games in a row. And this is incredibly powerful. So I want to start here today with Unstable Glyphbridge. I'll quickly go over the deck list, by the way. I want to make it as quick as possible, and we'll get into a couple games today, okay? So this is a great sweeper. It's also an artifact. Now, we do have Abuelo's Awakening. Now, this can notably target artifacts. And of course, we have amazing threats at the top of our curve, because why wouldn't we? Portal to Phyrexia. Sorry if my head's cutting it off a little bit. This is going to make the opponent sacrifice 3 creatures. So every time we cast this on turn 4, usually we'll have this in our graveyard, you know, if we get one of the 3 copies, or usually we'll have Cityscape Leveler, which is also an amazing card that can continue getting us value, very selective value, to hit those pesky enchantments and artifacts that the opponents will have. Because this can only hit creatures, so this definitely is justified. So this is also just a great target to hit with Abuelo. We can obviously take advantage of the fact that we have small creatures, so we can at least keep 1 creature alive. And speaking of those creatures, the main engine of the deck is Ambitious Farmhand. Now, we can basically ramp on, we can ramp very quickly and ensure we can't necessarily lay this on turn 3 or anything, but we can continuously get lands, and we almost never miss our land drops because of how much we're drawing cards with real possibility. We do have a Cathartic Pyre, which is a really great card, and we can take advantage of the damage if we need to, if it's like mono red, or of course the discard. This also helps us discard. This is a great creature. I initially had more copies of the boy Inti here, but I ended up having to cut it to make room for other sauce, I swear. Light Up the Night's a cool 1-drop late in the game. This also does have flashback. That's also why Angel Fire Ignition is here, because we can discard flashback cards and then take advantage of them later. Quintorius, the boy. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, you will do 2 damage and gain 2 life. This can help keep us alive against aggro, because we don't really have too much board presence. And of course the Discover 4 is going to trigger his ability, because when you discover, you actually exile the card, then cast it. So that's great. Flashback cards, you're casting it from exile. We have 2 Electric Revelations. We have 1 Brass Tunneler. So this is pretty much the same as Electric Revelation. This has flashback though, notably, so we have a decent amount there. But this is going to be an extra mana, helping us ramp and being able to just hard cast our larger threats towards the end of the curve. And it's just a great card because you can do basically your whole hand if you want to. This is also a weird inclusion, but it's just a creature we need. It's an artifact as well. It has double strike, so this can block all day against wedding announcement decks and mono red, which is going around. And it's just kind of a cool, resilient creature, right? You can unearth it for 5 as well. So I kind of like it. 1 Wandering Emperor in here, and of course the last amazing card that's super, it sort of holds the, once you cast this card, you're in a good position. As long as you're not going to die the next turn. So this is going to draw you 2 cards and create 2 treasures. So that's going to ensure that we can cast any of this sauce, like one of our 4 Unstable Glyphbridges, or later in the game get us up to that 8 mana mark, which is really not too hard to do to cast Leveler. We don't really usually get to 9. I've done it a couple times, but I don't think that's going to be too normal or anything. I think I just got lucky and had some longer sort of slow-paced games. So that was cool, but today I'm going to have some brand new games for you. And yeah, I think that's every card in the deck. I really appreciate you being here. If you liked the video at all, don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers. I'm starting again, and I've been loving it. It's been a 2.5-year break. So it'd be really cool to get some of you on board. So thanks. Yo, alright, so first game here. This should be a great one. Not the best hand in the world, but we're going to risk it for the biscuits. Yeah, we really don't necessarily want something like this because we want more mana, but there it is, right on time. So we can cast, not cast, but we can take advantage of the tap. And this does have Discover 4, so very notable. I could have held this up. I don't think it's necessarily worth it. Okay, there's a Djinn, so we can't kill that. Wow, a Djinn right away is kind of weird. So let's do this. And we will discard both of the sauce. So that's perfect. Now we got the options available to us, so you guys will see the power. Portal Phyrexia on turn 4, right, with Abuelo is kind of insane. Let's do it. Let's do it right away once we get this mana. It's a tap mana. Alright, so we can do Kayla's command here, which I really like this card. This is the one card I missed in the intro. But we can search for a plains and we can create board presence. So, I like it. And now if they for some reason lay like 3 creatures here, we can Unstable Glyphbridge, right? So the deck is like better than it looks. I don't know. I look at the deck list and I'm like, oh really? But it's so good. It's so good. Alright, they're drawing 1,000 cards. That's good to see. Yes, we love that. Okay. Wow, this is so ridiculous. I remember I saw this card like, huh? That seems pretty damn good. Alright. 6 in the AO. So, we just Phyrexia here. I assume... Yeah. So, we'll cast it for 1. We don't have anything else we can do with it. So, Phyrexia. Shebang. Goodbye. Get around the ward. Goodbye, threat in the air that we couldn't touch otherwise. Wow. Getting in some damage along the way. Ooh, a Hottie Djinn. Ooh, should we take the Hottie? We can take City, but is the Flyer better? So ours is a 3/4. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it was like, it has to be less. So we can get our dragon down. That's pretty good, right? I didn't go over the dragon, but this also exiles things, right? So, and of course, you've probably seen it. It's kind of what I assumed. It creates board presence if, you do this as well, which is just busted. And then you can just ramp with treasure tokens if you don't get it. Like, all of this is insane. So, it has first strike, so it'll just stop swings. No. No. We go to 3. We kind of want that, but let's get our leveler. Okay, we need to... Huh. We just dragon again. We could wipe the board? I love that repair and recharge is only 4 mana. Thank you, Hottie Djinn. So they counter the boy. We don't swing with our flyers. They have 7 mana and a full hand. That's good though. Well, not good, but okay. They're looking. Golly, man. So if they have 2 Fading Hopes or anything else here, it's a Alright. Mono blue is a tough matchup, man. I wasn't emotionally ready for this at 2 in the morning. Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah. Alright, so... Wait a minute. I kind of want a double block. Because we could bring it back. Let's do it. Look at this. It's disgusting. Now, I don't necessarily want to do it right now. But we have to take care of this otherwise. So, I guess we do that right now. But this swings and kills it. Unless they give it hexproof. So, let's swing first. Okay. Alright. Well, that's a good sign. We can dig for some sauce here. I don't know why I feel like doing this. So we'll put our flashback card there. We don't necessarily need to do something like this again. Probably for the rest of the match. They're going to counter that for... Well, that's a good card. Spell Pierce. So they need to have something for this. Consider these nuts. I am so sorry. Sorry, I'm checking something. Okay. Let's do... That's so funny, like, I couldn't take that, so they took T2. So we pop that, we swing, and we win? Okay. Well, we had repair and recharge. Do want to point this out. Oh no, it went away. Alright, so here we are. We got a great hand here. We are going to start with the tap Manet against Antonio66 the boy. Let's see if we can get a good one here. I think we just tap mana, right? Yeah. Now, I might want to cut the amount. I want to cut this card down by 1 maybe. Because I feel like we do have 1 too many tap manas or something like that. But we can take advantage of putting our portal in the graveyard right away. Excellent. So now we coast. We wait for Abuelo. We know that Abuelo is a guaranteed amazing play, essentially. We can flash in our foxes here. Gain some time. Presumably they lay something finally. Since it is green, I would assume it would be a creature, but it actually is not a creature. So we will flash this in. Okay. I think we gain a life here. We can Hylda's Crown of Winter. And any creature they lay here we can tap for a follow-up swing. I think that's pretty good. Okay, excellent. So we'll tap that. It does become a 4/4. That's nuts. Put 2 counters and it gets an extra one. Okay, so we need to take this out now. So the tapping was pointless, but it's okay. You know, I wanted to see what I top deck. Okay, pretty damn good. Tapping here might matter, actually. So let's go ahead. We're making progress. We can cast Cityscape after this turn. We can big score now, get rid of a plains. Okay, we swing. We have Wandering Emperor here. I think we go ahead and just delete that because we tapped it with our crown. So that's very nice.
This is what you get for hurting my people.
They're a little bit behind. I think we got this in the baggie. The meds are hitting me, so I'm starting to feel a little woozy. Woozy and doozy. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty anti-graveyard for sure. Let's go ahead. We'll lay this. We'll cast this. We will pop this. I kind of wanted to pop that, but let's let our dudes get in here. Now they are... Oh, I forgot to Emperor. Oh, so dumb. I meant to put a counter. But I think we got him here. We can tap this, so we solid. So we didn't get the Abuelos, but let's discover 5. Oops. Let's discover this. Let's hit the Abuelo off of this. Come on.
Our enemies.
Destruction. Alright. Mr. Guy didn't get the best start. But I got to at least show you some of the sauce and show you that the discard, draw cards is how we sort of ramp and how we find our copies, our 4 copies of Abuelo. We have board wipes in the deck that can get us some time. We do have some creatures, right, that can chunk block and have value. So it's a pretty great deck. I really do appreciate you stopping by. Since it is so late, I think I'll have to cut it here. But don't forget to subscribe. That would be really cool. I'll keep making content for you. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day and week and month. Heck, I'll go that far. Take care.